to the channel today. Well, today we're not in the bee yard. We're actually on my front porch. Welcome to my front porch. We are going to be talking about a product that was provided to me by Aoetree, and this is a 150 mile per hour. I know it's a small box, and can you believe it fits in here? This is a leaf blower that is cordless, handheld. It's battery operated, 100%. And this thing is going to keep the leaves and the pine needles out of your yard, and that's what I'm hoping for. But it can also be used with your bees. Anyways, we'll talk about all that, and we're going to show you how this thing works and see if it works as advertised. But first, let's get in this box and see exactly what it is that they're showing us. All right, so what we're looking at today is the Aoetree Brushless Electric Leaf Blower. Now, this thing boasts winds of 150 miles per hour, which, if true, will rival my gas-powered steel leaf blower. Now, this is brushless. The model number is AT-0830. This is a 20-volt system. It only weighs 4.8 pounds, which again makes it a lot easier to move around than my gas-powered blower that I have to strap on my back. Now, what you get in this box here is a blower, two 4.5 amp-hour batteries, a charger, tapered nozzle, a flat nozzle, shoulder strap, goggles, and the user manual. Now, this thing can be used in your yard, on your driveway. It can be used in your garage. It can be used in your basement, wherever you got to blow things around. This thing is going to it's going to fit, because again, it's only 4.5 pounds and fits in your hand. You can take it anywhere, no fumes, nothing like that. Don't have to worry about using it indoors like in the basement or in my wood shop. I don't have to worry about carbon monoxide getting in there. And I tell you what, I think the main use that I'm going to have for this, as will you probably, you beekeepers out there, is at harvest time. I've seen a lot of the beekeepers that I follow on YouTube using a cordless battery-powered blower to actually blow the bees off of the frames at harvest time. And that's something that I think that I will be doing with this unit. All right, so when they say this thing is lightweight, so this thing is lightweight. Let me just tell you, now that's not a bad thing. Trust me, that's not a bad. You know what? Before I do this, I want to show you what I've been using to blow my yard. Give me a minute. All right, this is what I've been using. Now, this thing here weighs about 60 pounds. It's so heavy that you got to have a shoulder strap on it. Oh gosh! And then you got to get it started. Yeah, by the time I'm done blowing with this thing, man, I tell you what, I'm wore out. Not to mention it drinks a lot of gas and makes a ton of noise. Let's see how this thing does. Gotta put the old shoulder strap on, because it's so light. I don't want it to fly away from me, you know. All right, let's give this thing a shot. Okay, so can you hear that in the background? That's the neighbor's blower. It's loud. This thing here, it might seem loud close to the mic, but it's not loud at all. This thing's like, it's quiet as a cat compared to that thing. Let's see if this thing can blow the leaves and pine needles off of grass. That's the big one for me. All right, so now we're going to try this nozzle. right, so I just blew all of these wet leaves off to show you, and I forgot to hit record, so you didn't see it, but I just blew all these wet leaves off of my yard. Now, there's another section of wet leaves over there. I'm going to move the camera. I'm going to show you that this thing can blow wet leaves. All right, so are we recording this time? So I've already done all of that side and blew off all the wet leaves, and I forgot to hit the record, so I'm going to blow this side off and let you see that this thing can handle wet leaves. So there you go. Well, there you go, the Aoetree 4.5 amp hour, 150 mile an hour wind, under 5 pounds leaf blower. And I tell you what, it does everything that it's advertised to do. I was able to blow pine needles around, leaves around, even wet leaves in my grass, because it's a dewy morning here in Georgia, and it did a fine job. I mean, it did better than probably my gas blower would do on the wet leaves. I couldn't believe that, but it did. I don't know how long the batteries are going to last. I've used it quite a bit today. I started with 4 bars. It has 3 left. So there you go, and there you have it. I don't even know if that was a full charge. I mean, that's how it came out of the box. The other one is charging right now. And when I'm done making this video, I'm going to continue to blow off my driveway and the rest of the yard and see if this thing holds up. I'm sure it will. Let me tell you some things that I like about it and things I don't like about it, right? So I do like the fact that it's 150 miles per hour wind. This thing's got some gusto behind it. I'll give it that. I love the fact that it's light. I mean, this thing is light, maneuverable. I'm probably not going to grab my gas-powered shoulder strap blower that weighs about 60 pounds. This is probably going to be my go-to now, and I'm probably also going to use this at harvest time with my bees, blowing the bees out of the frames, because most of us on this channel are beekeepers. So there you go, and there you have it. It's got an alternate use, not just leaves and pine needles. Some things that I didn't like about it, and they're not game changers. One, I didn't think that the shoulder strap was necessary because this thing is so light. I took it off. I mean, it's free. It doesn't cost you anything. It's in the box. You can use it if you want, and some people may prefer it. I just... You know, maybe my wife would like to use it when she's doing it. I don't need it. I found it easier to use without the shoulder strap. One of the things that I liked about it, besides the weight and being so light, is the fact that you could actually just turn this knob right here and it holds it in the on position. You've got a turbo button on top, which will increase the speed yet a little bit more. So I really enjoyed that, because you don't have to hold the trigger when you're using it. You turn this and it's on, and that made it a lot easier for me. Something that I did not like about this, and this is probably the only thing that I really didn't like. I mean, you know, the shoulder strap, that's a preference, right? What I don't like about it is this connection right here. It's not bad. It seems a little loose, but I think they could have done better than that for the connection. Up here, the connection for the accessories, that is fine. That is a nice tight connection. This one here is a little bit loose. I'm sure their engineers looked at it and said, it's gonna work, so it's gonna work. I don't have a problem with it, other than I would have probably done it different had I invented this thing, or had I made a connection there. I don't know what I would do. I'd just do something different than that. But overall, this is a great device. It's very, very light. You see me just tossing this thing around. It's like it's nothing. It's probably as light as a rake, but it's going to do a lot better than a rake, let me tell you. Anyways, if this is something that you're interested in buying, I'm going to put a QR code on the screen and a link down in the description. And if you want to clean your yard up from all the fall leaves, because it's fall and it's beautiful, or blow the bees out of the frames of your beehives at harvest, this might be a device for you. And if you know somebody who's looking for one, or maybe you want to get a present for your dad or your grandpa or your son, there you go. Anyways, with all of that said, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, do me a favor, give me a thumbs up. If you have something to say, by all means, please comment. And if you've not subscribed to the channel, do me a favor, take a moment, hit the subscribe button, ring the bell to be notified of my new content. I do try to drop a video every Friday. We try to keep it light and have fun. So with all that said, be happy, and I will see you next time. I've got to finish blowing the yard.